What's up, Muscular Development? IFBB Pro Marco Rivera here with my man Oscar Ardon. We're about to get in our last leg session before the New York Pro, and this is going to be pretty. I'm anticipating for it to be pretty spectacular. So just stay tuned. Give me some feedback because I know this is going to be pretty grueling. We're coming ready for this show, and I can't wait to get down there with you guys to get this competition going, man. Because it's been a long time, and coming off of the Arnold Classics, things didn't work out too well, and we're here to show everybody that that's not how it was, or how is it we take care of things. And today's session is going to be a testament to that. So thank you to all my fans. Thank you to Muscular Development once again, and to my sponsors, MHP. I'll see you guys soon. 2 weeks.
4, come on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, come on. 10. Let's go. 2, let's go. Come on.
Just kind of got to the end of this leg session, and it was obviously what I expected, just a little bit more, which was a very intense routine. But you know what? At this level, at this time in my life, man, and it's make or break, and we have to be willing to do things that don't normally get done, and get out of that comfort zone and train to win, man. And every time I reach a point where I think I can't get no further, man, I come and I see the man Oscar, and everything just started all over again. It just feels like it's day one, and that's what bodybuilding is all about, is finding out those little tricks and those secrets to take it to the next point. And we're not going to get outworked, that's for sure. So today I definitely feel like a winner, man. We made it through this last workout, and just want to say thank you to Oscar for being there for me, for believing in me, and for trusting in me, and just being a real sincere friend. And I really appreciate everything that you've done for me, and God bless you and your family for your family as well, allowing you to take the time to be here with me when it's late at night, and that says a lot. And come May 17th, this one is for us, man, and I'm just really, really grateful.
3, keep going. 4, up 5, 6, come on. 7, up 8, 9. Let's go. 10 more. Up, squeeze. 1, contraction, man. 2, control the movement. 3, let's go. Up. 4, up. That was a great introduction by Marco, man. I'm humbled, and it's been a great journey, with him. I'm proud of the progress that we made, and today, I wanted to do legs because it's about 10 days or so before the show, and it's important to get legs out of the way about 10, 12 days out, so he doesn't retain so much fluid on the day of the show. So normally what I do for legs is start with calves first, because if you do your quads and hamstrings intense, how you should do them, you probably don't have enough mental and physical reserves to go through a calf training session. So we do that first. So what we saw was a superset of standing calf raises and leg press calf raises at a pretty high rep, 30 to 40 reps, to really fatigue the calves. Even though towards the end we don't have a full range of motion because the muscles fatigue, like after 20, 25, it's hard to recruit all the muscle fibers to do it the same way you did the first 10 or 15. So the movement gets shortened. So as opposed to doing full range of motion the last 10 or 15, it's more like half or a quarter. You're recruiting whatever the calf has left. It's best to do it that way than just to stop at 25. So if you can milk it for another 10 or 15, even though it may be half rep or a quarter rep, it's better to continue pushing the muscle than to just stop at 25 or 20, because you can't get into the full rep. And it's extremely effective. It's very intense, by the way, because you're taking the muscle beyond, beyond what you normally would do. A person would normally stop, can get a full rep. But this way, you go beyond it, and it's a lot more painful. Right, Marco?
Yes, sir.
2, yes. 3. Okay, the first movement we did once we got to the upper leg was glutes. It's important when you turn around to have well-developed glutes, also from the side. A lot of times people do lunges or certain glute movements towards the end. I like to do them when your energy is freshest and before we do any compound movements. So you really work them and have a very strong mind to muscle connection. So we chose to do the abductor movement, and we kept the reps pretty high, the weight pretty moderate, and focus on squeezing and contracting and burning it out. We did 4 sets of about 40 reps.
A little more, man. Ooh. Oh. Shit.
It's funny, you know, a lot of bodybuilders walk around this machine like it's a girly machine, you know. But done this way and done like this, they'll challenge you, man. Like squats or deadlifts, man. It's how you utilize it, and it's right now. I know his glutes are feeling it, man. How you feel? Burning glutes. 1, let's go. Open up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, Marco. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. 1. Keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Let's go. 20 half reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. Stay focused, man. 1, 2. There you go. 3. Come on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 5 more. Resist me. Hold me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The glutes is such a big muscle group in the body. You know, you have your back, quads, you know, but the glutes is such a big muscle group. I like to pre-exhaust it before we do leg presses or squats. It engages the glutes a lot more. So if someone has trouble getting the glutes condition, it's important to have a lot of mind muscle connection with it. And like this right now, he's feeling it. So when he goes to squats, you know, they'll be engaged a lot more. There'll be a stronger mind to muscle connection. You know, if you did this before squats, then if you just do squats by themselves, you feel them on your quads and, you know, how you normally would feel it. But now he will feel them in the squats, but the glutes will come into play and actually they get more developed. After our glutes were pre-exhausted, we had an option of doing leg press or squats as the first movement. Being that this is the last leg session, I chose a little tougher movement, squat, as opposed to leg press. It's more physically demanding, and I wanted his overall legs and glutes and lower back to get worked, and it did. You know, we worked our way up to 5 plates, nice and deep, and then we did a last set of 30 reps with 225, which was probably harder for him than the 5 plates. It's always harder to squat deep for 15, 20, 30 reps than to squat a heavier weight for 4 or 6 reps. It targets the glutes and hamstrings a lot more, and it's also like draining when you finish that set. It's like you're physically and mentally done. You know, you're working muscles that, you know, like you normally don't get that feel, you know, because you get a good powerful feel from doing 4 plates, 5 plates, 6 plates, but when you drop the weight and you just focus on form and technique and take the reps to, you know, 25 or 30, it becomes mentally challenging, because after 15 or 20, you know, you're like, wow, this is you know, because I saw him after, I think we got 20, 25. The last 5 were physically challenging. When he finished 30, I knew it was a wrap. So that's what we did, squats.
Don't get no easier, man. This is the way it is. Day in, day out. Let's do this. May 17th. We won't be outworked. Not over here.
To me, training is always fundamental, and by that I mean, some people may call it old school, some people may call it intense, but whether it's pre-contest or off-season, for me, I have the mentality that once you go into the gym and train, you're gonna tear it up. Whether you're 2 weeks out or you're 30 weeks out, you always look to improve. For me, it's about bodybuilding, not body maintenance. So you always try to push the envelope as far as the intensity, and I don't hold back because we're 2 weeks away, unless he has an injury. But there's nothing like that, and I feel that most people sometimes kind of hold back on their training. There's, we live such a short life, and we're here in a span maybe 50 to 100 years. Just one day we'll be under the ground. There's time to hold back then, but we're alive right now. We have a short window to make something great happen. So we're not gonna hold back, man. We're gonna push 110%. And if I see he's tired, I'll pull back and take a rest day. But when you see he's ready to go, we're gonna push it. It's about being the best that you can be. We don't compete with anyone else right here in this gym. I compete with what Marco did in the past and try to make sure that we surpass that. Prepping him for the first time under Arnold, everything was going really well. And the last few days before the show, he was kind of close to the body weight, about 5 pounds away. And we try to get him to make the weight as natural as possible. And, we came to the day before the show, and he woke up. I'm thinking he made weight because he made weight because he slept and he peed and he did everything. And he didn't, and we had to resort to going to the sauna and other drastic measures, and it didn't allow his body to look how we both wanted it to look, and it's not, blame here, blame there. It was just getting to know his body, knowing that going forward, our main emphasis for the New York Pro was to get his weight in check, in control, within striking distance a week or two before the show, which is exactly what we're doing right now. And I feel I know that the outcome will be 100% better than it was at the New York. Than it was at the Arnold. When he came to me initially, when we started working together, he said, Oscar, I never stepped on stage on my best. And sometimes guys would place ahead of me, and I know they look good, but it wasn't because, they outbeat me. It's because I wasn't at my best. And I always kept that in the back of my mind, and I feel and know that what we're going to present at the New York Pro will be Marco's best, and that all the placings fall how they fall. But I want to make sure that Marco he looks at himself that day, he's pleased and happy how he looks, and he knows he is at his best. And when he is at his best, it's hard to beat. A lot of the equipment here I got custom made. If you notice, Mark was doing a plate. Now, a lot of people may be at home watching this and say, a plate is easy. Mind you, a plate after everything else is hard, but it's not just that it's coming after squats or doing glutes. The way I had this custom made, if you find most hack machines, they're angled lower. So when you angle lower, there's not a lot of resistance in your quads. You can do 3, 4, or 5 plates. The way I positioned it, it's higher. It's almost like a squat, slightly slanted. It targets more of your teardrop, your outer sweep, and this is a lot, So I think when I prep Evan or Kai, the most they ever did was 3 or 4 plates, because it's really hard, and that was like 5 or 6 reps. So if you see this, I know it's almost like somebody doing 4 or 5 plates on a regular slanted. It puts a lot of pressure on his teardrops and his outer sweep. Rest of the quads, man. Come on. Give it all you got, man. Don't hold back. Come on. They're not holding back, and you don't hold back, bro. Come on. I always believe, man, before you beat him on stage, you got to beat him in the gym, man. You got to go all out, man. Let's go. I need 20. Come on. So after squats, we moved over to the hack squat machine. And like I said earlier, this is a little more custom made. So it targets the teardrops and the outer sweep. And I'm sure he also probably felt it in his glutes because it's going all the way down. It's a great movement to develop your quads. and we kept the reps at 20 reps, and we did 3 sets of that before we moved over to hamstrings. 3, let's go. 4, 5, 5 more, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 1 more. Up. And the last movement we did, because even though we did only 2 movements for quads, the quads are pretty fried after that. To do any leg extensions or leg press would not have been productive. So we moved over to hamstrings. We did 5 sets of 20 reps. It wasn't a full-fledged hamstring workout, but his blood was already localized in his quads, so it was very easy to get a pump in his hamstrings. I'm sure the pump was intense. It was burning. So we did 5 reps of 20. The last set, we did 20 burns on top of the 20 reps. And that was it for hamstrings. We'll touch up hamstrings again and calves probably Friday or Saturday, but no more quad work. And that was it for today's training. I just want to say that I've been knowing Marco for the past 5 or 6 months, and it's been a real honor to prep him, to get to know him. You can know his wife. Sometimes he brings his daughter here, and it's beyond a coach or client. I consider him a good friend of mine and a gentleman. Always, even though the outcome was not what we wanted at the Arnold, never did I see him be anything but a champion, even off the stage. And I can't say anything but respect and value that. And he makes me want to give so much more going to the New York Pro. Last step for the day, I need 20. And then at the 20th rep, I need 20 half reps and 20 burns.
All right. Careful back there, I might fart. Not my fault now. All your doings, baby.
Doesn't matter, I'm not gonna stop, man, let's go.
Once again, it's an honor and a privilege to be having this opportunity to compete at the New York Pro and compete against tremendous athletes and friends of mine, and my family's going to be there and friends are going to be there, and it's a lot for me, and I devote a big portion of my life preparing for moments like this, because just as Oscar said, I'm really big on living for the moment and living for today, and come the day of the New York Pro, I just want the day to finalize by saying I can die today and I'm grateful and I'm content. And I try to focus my every single day in feeling that way, that everything that I did today was enough for me to be content. So when I go to sleep, I can rest. And, it's not about all the money. It's not about all the fame and all that other stuff. It's about how much I can give and how much more there is to give. And finding that out on a daily basis as you get older, as you get wiser, and still having reserves at this point. I'm extremely grateful. I've come across a lot of great people in my life, and I just want to thank God first and foremost for allowing them to cross my path and putting them in my life. Shit.